This week on News Time. What's up, guys? It's your boy Chisel Wizzle, and I'm here. I'm about to play a game of Fortnite. I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to own everybody's butts. Because you know what? It's E3, and I'm a very happy boy right now. Man. I'm a man. Oh, nice. Oh, sweet. Oh, awesome. Oh, so anyway, this week's News Time is about E3's history in LA and how they can make LA a whole bunch of money. Money. Speaking of money, I got some money right here. I wonder if anyone believes I'm actually playing a game here. Oh. Well, we also talk about the revenue, not just for the city, but also for the gaming industry. And of course, we talk about how E3 is trying all these different approaches. You gotta get right in there, and you gotta tell them that we are gamers. Let's do this. Good game.
It's News Time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
If Ralph doesn't break the internet and Ralph breaks the internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, so help me God. Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the gaming news you didn't know about. I hate this so much. If you're in Los Angeles this week, you might be smelling a smell you routinely smell at this point of the year. It's a sour body odor and self-righteousness from one of the many Reddit-dwelling breeds. They won't look you in the eye when they speak to you, and most of their vocabulary is brimming with filler words such as like and Leaning into the whole speech bit, they all sound the same too, using common words as modifiers like absolutely when something is the best and gold when something is funny. Naughty Dog's one-track-minded games are their favorite, and if you ask them, Microsoft is failing and Nintendo's games are for casual players. Plus, they all come with a pair of glasses and an inability to make it up a set of stairs without breathing heavily. That's really mean. I'm talking, of course, about gamers. This week marks the greatest week of the year, the Electronic Entertainment Expo. It's like Christmas, except with way more worship of older white dudes. And if you speak against one of the many white middle-aged preachers, you better watch out. Ooh boy, gamers are not an accepting breed. As I speak, E3 has already started, as it does earlier and earlier each year. Electronic Arts has already given their presentation, and Microsoft, which I just literally got done watching, Bethesda and Devolver Digital have already taken the stage ahead of Sony, Nintendo, Ubisoft, and others. While every year's conference seems to be spoiled by leaks, stay classy Walmart, it's best, not to mention way more interesting, to let yourself become enveloped in the shows. Developers are starting to have fun with their leaks, and so should we. Doesn't matter if we know Gears 5 or a Lego game based on the DC Comics villains or yet another Assassin's Creed game are on the horizon, Zero Dawn. No, it should make us even more excited to see what the shows have to offer. Seeing a trailer of what we thought was one game fake out into another game is always surprising. Here's looking at you, Cloak Chief. And now this year, Pop Gears? One thing's for certain though, E3 brings in a hell of a lot of money into the Los Angeles area. Hotels, local restaurants, and Axe Body Spray get their fair share of change at this point of the year. And these numbers are staggering. In 2011, the Entertainment Software Association broke down what a larger E3 means for the city. Their 2009 figures tripled their 07 and 08 numbers, mostly due to a lot of factors like them wanting to scale back the show for those 2 years. This was way before they opened up the show to the public. LA County was said to nab $25 million from the 3-day conference alone. That's because on top of tens of thousands of visitors wanting to get their grubby Taco Bell grease mitts onto the latest games, celebrity figures bring in their dose of life to the show. More than usual are expected to show up thanks to a Fortnite tournament held by Twitch streamer Dr. Disrespect, who is definitely not Alex Correa and a fake mustache. There's no telling who could show up. Drake and Travis Scott, Post Malone, Twitch, people who I had no clue existed, but they still make six figures for playing video games 8 hours a day. The possibilities are nope. Nope, they're capped at 50. But others could pop up to walk the show floor. For instance, Kobe Bryant made an onstage appearance at E3 2011 where he played a discontinued game series using controllers no one uses to this day. What's that? Still not being used. I've seen the sales figures. But for all that E3 brings to LA, the city doesn't have much to offer back. There are already too many people who live in the city, so traffic is made much, much, much worse. It's hot, and I mean, seriously. And the LA Convention Center, where E3 has mostly been hosted since its 95 start, is a dying institution. The ESA was said to have been looking for a new venue after a 3-year deal was signed in 2013. You see, LA City Council was supposed to expand the center of Farmers Field's football stadium, but as we know, LA now has no football teams. Shut up. These decisions were made back in 2013, so plans could change if they would just build a stadium in LA proper. Okay, well, I'm on the East Coast. I don't know exactly where Inglewood is. Let's do some Googling. Okay? Here I am in Atlanta. We'll just type Inglewood, there's that. Now we get the directions for the Staples. Crap! So maybe the city council has other priorities than to appease a gaming confab. Still, if they lose the contract with the ESA and E3, they lose out on $40 million a year and 68,000 less people will be in the city to spend money. LA isn't the only thing departing from E3. Developers have been opting for their own conferences in lieu of being center stage at the convention. I mentioned earlier that EA and Nintendo have already or are set to present their latest batch of teases, but EA is off campus and Nintendo only attends in booth form now with a video precursor. Mega conglomerate Disney has finally failed at something, canceling its game development. And creator of the best hero shooter around and the game that the subpar Warcraft movie is based on, Blizzard holds its own show every year. Where does this leave E3? They're taking a new approach to delivering game previews, specifically game previews. Last year, the conference had less gimmicks on display, like that time Microsoft lowered a car from the sky to announce a yearly racing game, or having the oh-so-funny and not at all smarmy Joel McHale made snide remarks at gamers' expenses. Wait, that sounds familiar. Sour body odor, Reddit-dwelling breeds, Taco Bell grease mitts. E3 is driving the show's direction towards game trailers and pre-recorded gameplay. Remember when demos would run poorly on stage? Never again shall that happen. Hopefully. Attendance will never again be low thanks to the abundance of public tickets, and popular game streamers get their chance to step out of their extra sweaty bedrooms/offices and meet with their online friends IRL as well as their fans. E3 has a long way to go. Trying to toe the line between press conference for developers and entertainment conference for money is taking the spotlight away from what matters, which are the gamers. No one cares if Post Malone is there or want to hear the technical prowess behind whatever Hideo Kojima is cooking up. We just want to see the games. I know the ESA wants to make bank, but that shouldn't come at the expense of their real supporters. Give press the time they need to play the demos so that they can come back to their audiences and gush about your games. Better yet, let everyone have a chance to play these games. That means losing a few thousand public tickets and finding a bigger venue. It's the only way word of mouth can spread with these video games. And that's how you retain interest. That's all the news I have for you this week on News Time. Why don't you subscribe and check out one of our videos? Of course, you can always head to the website cpluscomedy.com, where there's so many great things that none of it is related to gaming. You can follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy, follow me on Twitter at @ShadBlackWhite, like us on Facebook, listen to the Constitutionals podcast, and I swear to God, if Kingdom Hearts 3 does not come out soon, I'm going to punch a baby.